I hope this comes out because a little bit in an annoyed mood, and which means you're gonna hear a little bit more of a southern than you normally hear from me. Because I usually try to wipe that out of my voice. Um, but anyway, uh, and I apologize for the Latin. The I don't feel like walking around the house looking for the best Latin right now. So anyway, I just thought I'd share a little bit about just rant and rave basically, because as we say down here, I'm plumb mad. I'm tired, and anyway, I just got off the phone with my mother, and I'm tired of not having friends or any family, and I live in a whole other part of the country than my family does, and I don't even live in the part of the country where I was raised. I was actually raised in the other Carolina. I'm in the wrong Carolina right now, and which is worse than being a country boy from, I don't know, the right Carolina. Um, that's a whole other thing. I hate living where I live. And someday after I transition, I'm gonna go back to the correct Carolina. But anyway, back to what I was gonna talk about, and that's I just got off the phone with my mom, and I rarely talk to her, but I just wanted to let her know that I was moving. Um, I don't know why, but I just thought I'd let her know because I try to like keep her up to date, every couple months, or a year or so, or if anything happens that she needs to be updated on. But anyway, so I called to let her know I was moving next week, and she was asking me about the place. She wanted me to consider moving where she's at, and I was like, well, I don't know why I would do that because I've never lived where she lives, and I don't want to live in the north. I don't know about the north. I want to live somewhere else, and I don't know. I've lived in 42 states, but I don't want to live where she lives. And there's not really many in my family where she lives either, because most of us were military and we just moved a lot. And once we got adults. But anyway, so I call her and I'm telling her I'm moving, and then I tell her, well, maybe I'll be nice and tell her a little bit about where I'm moving to. So I let her know, that I'm moving in with a guy named Todd. And she starts all immediately getting happy and everything. And I was like, what y'all happy about? And she was like, I can't believe you're moving in with a guy. And I'm like, okay. Why? And then immediately she was like, I told her that he was a chef, and she was like, oh, you'll get along really good. I bet you guys it would be fun to hang out with both of you. And I was like, I'm not really planning on hanging out with Todd too much. And that's my dog. And but anyway, so she said, now you said he's a chef, and I used to own a restaurant. So she was like, is he? And I was like, he's straight. Because I knew she wanted to ask if he was gay. And because I haven't talked to any of my family in over 15 years because of my lifestyle. Or being who I am. Although I've always been known as the black sheep of my family. And that's fine. Except for I need a new family. Because I'd really like to have one at Christmas. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So anyway, she starts talking about, well, I just thought, because he was a chef. And I was like, okay. And because he's gonna be my roommate, and I was like, okay. Now, like, all of a sudden, I have to have roommates that are gay or whatever. And so I was telling her, he's straight, and she asked me if he's in a relationship or anything with anyone else. And I was like, anyone else? I don't know if he's in a relationship at all. And she said, oh, but I mean, you're gonna be living with him, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be living with him, and your point. So she goes on a little bit further, and I'm like, he's straight. We're not in a relationship. And then she starts asking me, how's that gonna work being my roommate? And then all of a sudden it clicked that because of her not accepting when I was living as a lesbian, that and although I've known that I've been transgender for ever, and well, not ever, but almost ever, I just never told anyone and just let them continue to think that I was a lesbian. And so she's getting all excited thinking that now I'm going to be straight. Okay, I realize she's only seen one picture of me in 16 years, but I looked like this. And that's when she saw me for the first time in 16 years a month and a half ago. I looked like this. So I don't know what she was thinking, but I'm really getting tired of not having family because of who I am. And because I'm 40 years old, and even though I'm not young and needing a family to basically grow up with, it'd still be really nice to have a family. And I don't know, I'm just frustrated, and I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go, cause it's like she just sat back us talking like a lot, and that's why I don't come out as being trans to my family, because they can't even accept the fact that when they thought I was a lesbian, it took them 16 years to talk to me then, and still only 3 of them have ever talked to me out of my family, and it just really frustrates me. So I'm gonna let it go at that, and I'm gonna stop here.